Well, after when I went to get the Mandalorian figures and saw them in Tesco, I also managed to pick up the last figure I needed to complete my Empire Strikes Back retro figure collection. And these are them, so I thought we'd have a look at them. So this is the whole set. There were 6 of them. Have a look in the playlist, and you'll see my one covering the Star Wars figures. So let's have a look. Let's randomly start with Luke. So this one, so the cards are all pretty much the same style as the Star Wars ones, with the built-in damage, which I wish they would get rid of, because it's not like you're going to mistake these for, the originals. So I don't know why they need to put them on. Back of the package, again, absolute wasted opportunity. No photos of other figures, no photos of other figures in different series. So that's all you get. That tells you who's in this series, and then the rest of it is just multi-language copyright stuff. It's so boring. Such a sort of missed effort there, Hasbro. So it comes in classic packaging, much like the original did. This is Luke Skywalker bracket, Bespin closed bracket. It should more be Dagobah, shouldn't it? So I remember when this first came out, this one, and it was Luke Skywalker Bespin fatigues. And as a kid, I didn't know what a fatigue was, so I thought it was pronounced fatigue. So like at school, I'd go, I've got the Luke figure in his Bespin fatigues. And everyone else didn't know what the word was, so they go, oh, yeah, Bespin fatigues. And then eventually, I can't remember when, but I was talking to someone else, and they went, that's meant to be fatigues. It's like, oh, how embarrassing. So you get a lovely out of focus picture of a slightly dishevelled Luke on Bespin, and then you get a figure, and it's it's pretty accurate rendition of the original figure. He looks like he needs some sleep, doesn't he? He's got bags under his eyes, but yes, bless him, he's been through a lot. I always like this outfit because I'm a sucker for World War II British battle dress, which this is sort of based on. His hand looks incredibly fat there, doesn't it? So you get the Luke figure, you get the classic hand blaster, and you get the screen accurate yellow lightsaber, which I know fans love that one. They kind of put so much effort into that. If you follow a channel I recommend you follow, which is Retro Blasting, run by the wonderful Michael and Melinda, and he's done a whole video on lightsaber covers for figures, and it's like I just every now and again I need cheering up, I'll watch it because it's so good. It does explain what the theories are, and I have to say I agree with their theories on that. That's Retro Blast, and I'll try and put the link down below. You probably all subscribe anyway. It's a popular channel. So yeah, so that's the Luke figure, really nice. And then Luke's sister, Leah, which is weird. Again, it's so weird because in the UK it was Princess Leia. Like, you're leering at someone. And some of the actors in Star Wars, the British actors call her Princess Leia, but the American way of saying it is Leia, which I don't know whether that's better or worse than someone leering at her. But I always think of her as Princess Leia, and then get corrected by everyone. So you get a nice photo, at least this photo's in focus, which is good. And then you get the Hoth outfitted Leia. Not the greatest likeness. She looks bored. Look at that, bored, silly, and she's not really got any jawline. Bless. Again, she's got big old hands, but she's meant to be wearing gloves, so I think that's okay. And then in this, you get the little Princess Leia blaster. Again, I do like the Hoth outfits. The only thing with this is, can you see the paint apps? A completely different colour. Because obviously the main body is moulded in colour, and then they've done white paint apps, and then on the legs it's moulded in white, and they've done tan paint apps. It doesn't match at all. I wonder if the original figure was like that. I don't know, I never had this one. Then let's have a look at Yoda. Yoda. So yeah, I had this figure as a kid. There was lots of variations, I seem to remember, different coloured snakes and things. But I bought this one, and at first we thought, oh, it's not as good value. It's a tiny little figure, but you get so much. You get a cloth outfit and a belt that comes off and a stick and a snake. It's great. Look at that face. You wouldn't accept candy off that guy, would you? He's going to poison you and eat your legs. Yeah, so Yoda figure, great character, great sculpt, great figure. Nice to see this one again. So many memories there. Then we've got the one I just picked up, which is Lando. Good old Lando. This is, I think there was 2 Lando heads, one with teeth shown and one with not, and this one isn't the toothy one. I can't remember which one I had as a kid. We didn't care about variants back then, did we? We just played with them. So you get a lovely shot in focus of Lando in all his cape wearing glory, and then he comes with one of the vinyl capes, which are not very accurate, but I do like them. I do like them. And then you get his blast. I think that came with quite a few different figures. It's nice to see a figure in sensible slacks. Always good to see. So that's Lando. I'm glad I picked him up. And then we've got Boba Fett, or again, if you're American, Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Loved this figure when it first came out. It was so detailed compared to the others. The others were like soft. This was amazing. He had great grip on his blaster. Didn't even know who the character was at the time. Just thought, this is cool. So it's nice to see this figure back. Of course, there's all the hoo-ha over the rocket firing mechanism there. It's like too complicated to go into, but this one doesn't fire a rocket. I love the way Kenner also used to, if the photo they had wasn't too exciting or was slightly not what they wanted, they would just paint over it. So Boba Fett's got painted on, looks like something from Battle of the Planets with the Phoenix. But yeah, wonderful figure. Again, Tesco's never had any more of these in. If I see another one, I will get a Boba Fett to open. And then my favourite of the bunch, which is a figure I had as a kid when it came out, which is Han Solo in his Hoth gear. And this is sort of where, because as kids we all thought it was blue, the jacket was blue, and of course it's not, it's brown. It was just the way it was filmed that made it look blue. It's astonishing. It's one of those, you know, gold dress, white dress, black dress type things that swept the internet. You would swear, watching the film, looking at photos, it's blue, and then you see the real jacket, the real coat, which is fairly undetailed when you see it. And it's brown. It's a dark brown. But this is a great figure. I have actually got, let me just grab him off the shelf. I've got this figure. We can compare them. Here we go. So here's one of the original figures. It's great. It's a nice sculpt compared to the original Han Solo. And I love the fact that as a kid you could put his gun in almost in the holster and you wouldn't lose it then. It's great. Let's have a look. It's the first time I've done this actually. Let's have a look, see if I can hold them both together. So we can see that the blue's a different colour. The new one is a more turquoisey blue. I think the skin colour's better. It's less pink on the original, but not bad. I mean, it matches pretty closely, doesn't it? Oh, look at the difference in trouser colours. Yeah, you're not going to mistake them, are you? Yeah, so there's an original and the reissue. Again, one of my favourite figures ever. I loved this as a kid. He played everything. He was like, stood in for Buck Rogers. There's a Romulan. Stood in for Buck Rogers and other characters because he was just so solid and great. And it took me forever to realise that the head does actually turn. Because my one, the paint had stuck it, and I didn't want to force it, so I always thought it was just a moulded on, like a stuck on head. And then one day I was playing about with it and the head started to turn and it was like, wow. But yeah, that's the Empire Strikes Back set. If you want to see more of these figures, then please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments. Because I've got a few Star Wars figures, not many left, but we can have a look at them. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks then. Bye.